Imagine a world where death lurks in every breath. A cough could mean your last day. Entire villages vanish overnight. No medicine, no cure, just terror. For centuries, one question haunted historians and scientists alike. Where did the Black Death actually begin? Was it Asia? Was it Europe? Or some hidden corner of the ancient world? Today, thanks to the groundbreaking power of ancient DNA, scientists have finally solved the mystery. The Black Death's origin has been uncovered, and the truth will shake everything you thought you knew about history. Welcome back to our channel, where history's greatest mysteries meet modern science. In this video, we'll travel back 700 years to the deadliest pandemic in human history, the Black Death. We'll uncover its terrifying impact, explore the endless theories about where it started, and reveal how scientists cracked the code using DNA extracted from medieval graves. Stay tuned, because the final revelation isn't just about the past, it could change how we fight future pandemics too. The Nightmare of the Black Death. The year is 1347. A ship docks in Sicily, carrying more than just cargo. On board are dying sailors, covered in black boils, coughing blood. Within weeks, the disease spreads like wildfire. By the time it's over, more than 25 million Europeans are dead, nearly one-third of the continent's population. Cities fall silent. Fields rot with unharvested crops. Families vanish in days. The plague respects no king, no priest, no peasant. If you breathe, you're a target. But what exactly was it? Scientists later identified it as Yersinia pestis, a bacterium carried by fleas on rats. Yet that only answered how it spread, not where it began. Theories and myths of origin. For centuries, historians debated the plague's birthplace. Some claimed it began in China, pointing to trade routes and outbreaks in Asia. Others argued for Central Asia, where ancient caravan trails connected east and west. A few even suggested it started in the Middle East, carried by pilgrims and traders. Medieval Europeans had their own ideas. They blamed the stars, poisoned wells, even minorities like Jews, sparking horrific persecution. But none of these theories had solid proof. Until recently, the Black Death's true origin remained one of history's darkest riddles. Enter ancient DNA. Then came a revolution: paleogenomics, the study of ancient DNA. Scientists realized that teeth from plague victims acted like tiny time capsules, preserving DNA fragments of Yersinia pestis for centuries. By extracting and sequencing this DNA, they could literally trace the plague's genetic family tree. It wasn't easy. Imagine piecing together shredded paper that's 700 years old. Contamination was everywhere, samples were fragile, and the bacterium's genome tiny. But persistence paid off. Teams across Europe began collecting remains from plague pits, mass graves where victims were hurriedly buried. Each DNA sequence told a story, like branches of a vast plague family tree. And finally, one location stood out. In 2022, a team of researchers analyzed teeth from skeletons buried in Kyrgyzstan, near Lake Issyk-Kul in Central Asia. The graves dated back to the 1330s, just a few years before the Black Death exploded in Europe. What they found was astonishing: Yersinia pestis DNA perfectly matching the strain that triggered the pandemic. This was ground zero. The Black Death's origin wasn't China, wasn't the Middle East. It was Central Asia, in the foothills of the Tian Shan Mountains. The genetic evidence showed something even more chilling: this wasn't just a plague outbreak. It was the very moment the bacterium evolved into the deadliest strain in history. From Kyrgyzstan, it spread along the Silk Road, carried by traders, caravans, and rats hidden in wagons. By 1347, it reached the Mediterranean, and the nightmare began. How the plague changed the world, but the story doesn't end with death. The Black Death transformed the world. Economy. With millions gone, labor was scarce, giving peasants more bargaining power. Wages rose, feudalism weakened, and Europe slowly shifted toward a modern economy. Religion. Faith was shaken. Why did God allow this suffering? Some turned fanatical, others turned skeptical, planting seeds of reformation. Science and medicine. Though primitive at first, the desperate search for cures laid the groundwork for public health systems. Genetics. Astonishingly, survivors passed on genes that may still protect some of us today against infections. The Black Death didn't just kill, it reshaped humanity. Lessons for the future. Why does this discovery matter today? Because pandemics never truly end. The same bacterium, Yersinia pestis, still exists in the world, though now treatable with antibiotics. But more importantly, the techniques used to solve this medieval mystery, sequencing ancient DNA, are the same ones scientists use to track modern outbreaks, including COVID-19. By learning how pathogens evolved in the past, we can predict how they might strike in the future. History, it turns out, isn't just about the past. It's a warning system for tomorrow. So now we know, the Black Death's mysterious origin has finally been solved. It began in Central Asia, carried by trade, fueled by fleas, and forever etched into our history. But here's the question for you. If another plague as deadly as the Black Death emerged today, do you think humanity is truly prepared? Or would history repeat itself in new and terrifying ways? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this journey into history and science fascinating, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries of the past. Fade out with ominous music, visuals of medieval maps, DNA strands, and plague doctor masks.